Hello, Yusuf Hoja, and whoever other teacher is marking this. My name is Hassan-Bachar, and I've been given the topic of the expanding universe. I hope you enjoy. Firstly, I'd like to begin with what is the expanding universe. The universe is a very complex topic. The expanding of it dates way back to around 13.7 billion years ago. When scientists talk about the expanding of the universe, they mean that it has been growing ever since the beginning of the Big Bang. One analogy we can use to explain the expanding of the universe is imagine the universe is like a loaf of raisin bread. As the bread rises and expands, the raisins move farther away from each other, but they are still stuck in the dough, right? In the case of the universe, there may be raisins out there that we can't even see anymore because they have moved away farther and fast enough so that their light has never even reached Earth. The galaxies outside of our own are moving away from us, and the ones that are farthest away are moving the fastest. This means that no matter what galaxy you end up on, there are always going to be galaxies moving away from you. However, that doesn't mean that there are galaxies moving through space. They are moving in space, because space is also moving. Some people like to think of it as the universe has no center. I like to think of it as the universe simply surrounds itself. Everything is moving away from everything else. To understand this, let's just imagine you have a grid of space with a galaxy every million light years away. After enough time passes, the grid will stretch out so that the galaxies are spread to every 2 million light years and so on. The universe encompasses everything in its existence, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. Since forming some 13.7 billion years ago in the Big Bang, it has been expanding and may be infinite in its scope. The part of the universe of which we have a knowledge of is called the observable universe, which by the name suggests is the region around Earth from which light has been able to reach us. The first observation came from the American astronomer Edwin Hubble in 1925, and he was the first to prove that the universe is indeed expanding. He proved that there is direct relationship between the speeds of distance of the galaxies and their distances from Earth. This is known as Hubble's law. Edwin Hubble, in collaboration with Hermansen, showed that the relationship with velocity and distance is linear, proving that v is equal to ho times d, where ho is Hubble's constant. Galaxies are millions of parsecs away, moving at speeds of 100 kilometers per second away from us. One way to determine that the universe is indeed expanding is by using the redshift and blueshift. This describes how light changes as objects in space, such as stars and galaxies, move closer and further away from us. The concept is key to charting the universe's expansion. Visible light is a spectrum of colors, which is clear to anyone who has looked at a rainbow. When an object moves away from us, the light is shifted to the red end of the spectrum, as its wavelengths get longer. If an object moves closer, the light moves to the blue end of the spectrum, as its wavelengths get shorter. This can be proved by using a car and a long straight road. As the car starts to accelerate down the long straight road, the pitch of the engine increases, as seen here. Once it passes our point, it starts to decrease as it moves further away and the sound is less likely to be heard. Had our eyes been more sensitive to visible light, we would be able to see that as the car accelerates towards our point, it is made up of blue visible light, and as it starts to accelerate away, it is made up of red visible light. This is a cause of the red and blue shift. According to NASA, the expansion of the universe is 5 to 9% greater than what they initially had thought. The universe has to end one day. It's like a balloon. You could blow a balloon up, it'll keep going until the elastic can't take it anymore. And then all of a sudden, just blow up. It's going to take a while, but the Earth will probably be vaporized by dying sun expands into a red giant and engulfs our planet. But the Earth is just one planet in the solar system. The Sun is one of just hundreds of billions of stars in the galaxy. There are hundreds of billions of galaxies in the observable universe. So the question still beckons, how does the universe end? Scientists have outlined 4 ways that our universe could meet its end. They call it the Big Freeze, the Big Crunch, the Big Change, and the Big Rip. The science is much less settled on which one will happen. They aren't even sure if the universe will come to a definite end. But this is the best understanding of physics and suggests that these are just several options of the universe's apocalypse. In conclusion, the universe encompasses everything and has been expanding for 13.7 billion years. This was discovered by Edwin Hubble in 1929. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.